Hello and welcome to She Did That, the podcast that celebrates the women shaping the promotional products industry, one bold idea, one fearless leap, and one inspiring story at a time.
I'm Emily Codner here with my fabulous co-host Amelia Model. Every episode, we will be chatting with trailblazers, innovators, and everyday boss babes who are making big waves in our industry. One product, one pitch, one bold move at a time.
And today's guest is Ashley Van Der Stuyf, Senior Manager of Events and Expositions at PPAI. She's got a story. She's got a story worth hearing, a journey worth celebrating, and you guessed it, she did that. Welcome, Ashley.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us today. First of all, congratulations on another successful PPAI Expo. We hope you've had a chance to relax and recharge. Can't imagine how big a production that is to put on. But while Amelia and I know you, and you're clearly fabulous, introduce yourself to our audience and tell us how you got into the promotional products industry.
Yes, thank you. I am officially caught up on sleep, and so I feel very
Perfect.
refreshed. So I've always had a passion for event planning. So I started my career at GES working behind the scenes on trade shows. And that's where I really fell in love with the industry. And so that path led me to PPAI, where I stepped into an operations manager position. And I have been grateful for the growth within the role and have been here for 4.5 years now.
That's awesome. How did you get into your first role? Can I ask?
Yeah. So, as I mentioned, I've always had passion for event planning, and like whether that was planning my birthday parties growing up, there was just like something special about like the creative outlet it allowed me to have. And so I studied hospitality management in college, knowing that I wanted to be in the event industry. And I was recruited out of college for GES, but during my college experiences, I was also interning at the Den Convention and Visitors Bureau. And so they kind of had like a tabletop trade show that they planned for anybody planning events in the Denton area. And so I've kind of always had experiences with trade shows, and it's really like evolved my career over time.
I love that. I always want to hear how people stumbled into promo, because most people do literally stumble in. So I was just a little bit curious how you actually got into it a little bit more directly than most people that we talk to.
Yeah,
so.
I say the same thing about the event industry. It's like, I think the trade show industry itself is very like secret hidden gem. And a lot of people stumble into it. They don't seek it, but then like once you get into it, you're kind of just stuck and like there's no going back. And so, yeah, I think they go hand in hand.
Well, way to actually use your degree for something. So good job. Most people study something completely random and then land into promo. So now that we're diving into promo, what is your favorite part of your job and working in promo?
Yeah, so my favorite part of my job is obviously creating these memorable experiences for others, and being a part of something that people remember for months or years to follow is honestly so rewarding for me. And I also love the creative outlet it allows me to have. And so you see the same thing throughout the promo industry. Like promotional products are a creative outlet that you've seen evolving over the years, and it's been a really cool experience to watch.
Absolutely. And I mean, Amelia and I have been to WLC. We've been to Expo. I mean, I can't speak for Product Responsibility Summit or NALC, but I mean, you put on these beautiful shows. So kudos to you. And with that, you were recently named the 2025 Trade Show Executive Trailblazer. Woohoo! Congratulations.
Thank you.
So how did that feel? Yay, I love that. So how did that feel, and what advice would you give to others trying to achieve the same success?
Yeah, so I think being nominated in itself was a very special feeling, and that alone would have been enough. But then being able to share the stage with such like-minded individuals, I think that was also very special. And so any advice I would give to others would be to surround yourself with an amazing support team that advocates for you and pushes you to your fullest potential.
Love that. We all need our mentors and our support systems and champions. So that's fabulous advice.
That is good. So with the Expo and all the PPAI events and winning all your amazing awards, how do you find time to get it all done? And what, if you have one, you're still young, do you have a secret to avoid burnout?
Yeah, lots of caffeine, I would say.
Fair.
not a lot of sleep. But no, I always joke that I haven't figured out how to prevent burnout yet. But I think just surrounding yourself with people that support you goes a long way. But I also will say, like, during expo season alone, like, you're working countless hours, you're staying up late, your feet hurt once you're on site because you're walking so much, but then to watch all the joy and excitement it brings, and then like all the buzz that follows it, is such a rewarding feeling. And I feel like that fills my cup up a lot, and it makes me want to just like jump back into it. Like when I got back home from expo, I'm like, I was so like recharged that I'm like, let's play it again. Like, I'm glad I have 10 months of a little bit of a break right now, but like I was ready to jump right back in, just because like it was really so special. Like, that's what brings me my job joy, is like to watch that happen.
Yeah, I could definitely say that. Oh, that's weird feedback. I could definitely say that, this was the first year I've left Expo and I've like been tired, like 2 full weeks to recovery. But at the end of the day, like the energy was amazing. The buzz was like something I've never felt before leaving. And I mean, again, that goes to all your hard work and all the time and heart you put into this. So again, kudos to you.
Thank you.
I have a side question. Sorry. So you got back, you got to go to Mexico, get some sun, recharge, rest your poor little legs. Yeah. So are you already back in the saddle? Like you're already in full planning mode for PPAI, or are you you do a lot of events throughout the year? Are you just step by step doing those, or do you guys already start as soon as you get that little R&R? You're like, okay, now it's time to rethink what we can do.
Well, I would say Expo is a year plus long process. Like we are already contracted through Mandalay Bay through 2030. And so like we are thinking years ahead and what those shows are going to look like. But once again, the adrenaline rush that you get after planning the event, it's like you just kind of want to build off of that. So yes, like I am in pretty much like Expo mode, like creating ideas and what's next, coming up with where our next PPI Expo party is going to be. Those are some things that we have to start thinking about sooner rather than later. And so, but yeah, right now it's a little bit of that, and then we also are switching all of our gears into the conference season mode. We have 3 conferences coming up within the next couple of months, and so it's a little bit of both.
Yeah. Well, speaking of what's next, what's your next bold move?
Yes. So I would say continue to elevate our events. So what that looks like, I don't have that mapped out just yet, but I don't think I'm ever going to reach a point where I feel like I perfected our events and there's no more like room for improvement. So I want to keep thinking outside the box and keep pushing myself for those new ideas and new experiences to bring to everybody that comes to our events.
I love that. And you do a great job. And there are a lot of events. I don't know if you could even name them all off, but PPAI host a lot of events, and they're all amazing at amazing venues. So just that alone, like, ooh, I'd like to be the hotel scouter. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It is a little bit of fun.
So you get to have a little bit of perks, a few perks.
Exactly.
So when you look to the future, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Yeah. So I think that my next bold move is part of my 5-year plan. So I want to focus on my leadership, and I want to focus on continued education within the events industry, and then be part of advancing the industry.
I love that. And I mean, the future of the industry is bright with, young professionals like you coming in and thinking outside of the box. So, for us millennials who are, little bit on the different range of the spectrum, the future is definitely bright, and we can't imagine everything being in better hands than with you and your team over there.
Thank you.
But
go ahead.
I
was going to say, I'm going to put you on the spot for a minute, and you can pass, but do you have any teasers or any cliffhangers for any events coming up that you want to tease?
We're taking a little bit, I might get in trouble for this, but we are ready to announce it. So for NALC, we're taking a different approach. I know for a lot of our conferences, we do dine-arounds, which a lot of people love the dine-around pieces. But for NALC, we're going to take a new, twist on it, and we're going to do more of a progressive dinner. And so
Ooh.
the hotel space that we have, the US Grant in San Diego, is a beautiful venue, and it has a lot of unique meeting spaces within it. And so kind of playing into that and, navigating attendees throughout the hotel. So we're going to try something a little different, see how it works.
That sounds fun.
Sounds amazing. And you can't go wrong with San Diego. It's just such a beautiful place and space to be. So you can definitely, enjoy that. But that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So good
So
luck with
glad I
that.
asked that question.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Ashley, thank you so much for your time. We know you're very busy. So thanks for coming on with us today. And thank you to everybody for joining us on She Did That. We look forward to seeing you next time. But for now, take it in, be inspired, then go do that. Have a great day, everyone.
Thanks again, Ashley.